Search intensifies for the missing Beach King aircraft and its 3-member crew after 10 days of unsuccessful attempts.
Police discovered cocaine in the car of businessman Raphael Piggott, who was gunned down Saturday last.
And the newly accredited U.S. ambassador says his country recognizes Guyana as a leader in the fight against HIV/AIDS.
GNA News eye on the judiciary, health tips and the latest sporting action in the Diamond Mineral Water and NCN Sport News and more after these. Good evening, I'm Delicia Fletcher.
And I'm Paul Moore.
With this edition of the 6 o'clock news for today, Tuesday, November 11, 2008. Here's what's happening, Paul.
Thanks, Delicia. The fate of the missing Beach King aircraft and its 3-member crew still remains a mystery after an unsuccessful ground search in the Iping Valley. However, Civil Aviation Authority Director Zulfikar Mohammed remains optimistic about the situation and says the search will continue. More in this report.
Over the past 10 days, special teams have been searching for the missing Beach King aircraft and its 3-member crew. But although weak signals were picked up, Civil Aviation Authority head Zulfikar Mohammed says they have been difficult to track given the area's density. And while a dynamic 3-Beechcraft with special cameras and sensors has been deployed to search the area, Mohammed doubts the total accuracy of the equipment. The search is now being shifted to the flight path which was taken by the aircraft. Mohammed says special personnel from the Guyana Defense Force and TerraQuest will be injected to look for any clues on the ground which may lead to the whereabouts of the aircraft. This will be done along with aerial searches within the vicinity of the Mirume River and Thomasing Creek. It is intended to last for 3 days, but the Aviation Authority head says this may be extended due to the thick vegetation and size of the area. When asked about the results expected, Mohammed told this newscast that there is optimism that the aircraft will be found. He said the contracting company has assisted with the searches and has kept constant contact with the families of the 3 missing crew members. Mohammed has refused to speculate what may have gone wrong, noting that the crew was familiar with the terrain and was required to follow standard operations. The U.S. registered aircraft was conducting geophysical surveys for uranium deposits near Chai Chai Falls when it went missing. On board were Captain James Wesley Barker, 28, and First Officer Chris Paris, 23, both U.S. citizens, and geophysics technician Patrick Murphy, 21, a Canadian citizen. Reporting for the 6 o'clock news, I'm Shardul Lal.
Police ranks have discovered 8 packets of cocaine weighing 8 kilograms in the car of 26-year-old businessman Raphael Piggott, who was gunned down on Saturday last. A detailed search of the vehicle on Monday revealed that the substance was hidden in the fuel tank. Police initially found $14,041 US and 1,100 euros in the vehicle at the scene of the incident. And the lawmen are now looking for Vincent DaCosta of 6th Street Cummings Lodge, East Coast Demerara, who was in the vehicle at the time. Raphael Piggott of 48 Arapaima Street, Guyhock Park, Georgetown, was shot and killed by an armed gunman in Cummings Lodge. The United States of America has recognized Guyana as a leader in its approach towards the fight against HIV and AIDS. And U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, John Melvin Jones, has reaffirmed his country's commitment to improving the health of the region. Details from Monica Jones.
Thanks to PEPFAR funding and to the outstanding work of Minister Ramsamy and others in the government, Guyana has become a regional and even a world leader in HIV/AIDS prevention and treatment. Our success on this issue perhaps best illustrates how much we can accomplish when we work together, and also shows how much partnership and collaboration play in the U.S. assistance efforts.
And the ambassador said the United States will continue to assist countries in this regard. Meanwhile, Health Minister Dr. Leslie Ramsamy says through funding from PEPFAR, Guyana has developed a comprehensive response towards HIV and AIDS treatment and prevention, which many countries are beginning to emulate. He noted that partnership is essential if countries are to tackle public health issues.
Mr. Ambassador, I would want to say this, that your country's effort in terms of promoting better health, not just in Guyana, but globally, is a practical way of not only promoting friendship, but of bringing real benefits to our people. I think if we put our hearts and our heads together, we can not only have better health for our people, community centers, open daycare centers for the disability and so on, but with our hearts and heads together, we can indeed move mountains.
Guyana's aggressive response to HIV and AIDS has seen the epidemic stabilizing over the last 3 years. Significant progress has especially been made in the prevention of mother-to-child transmission. Onika Jones, the 6 o'clock news.
Sterling Products Limited plans to set up a palm oil project which could create employment for some 2,000 Guyanese. Managing Director Ramsey Ali says the project is a collaboration with a European company and is being reviewed by GoInvest.
A huge driver for this economy can be palm oil, because you're talking about maybe 15 to 2,000 jobs, 1,500 to 2,000 jobs in terms of the actual plantation itself. It's very significant. The first 3 to 5 years, it will have a direct positive impact on this economy.
Mr. Ali says over 70% of the entity's raw material is edible oils, which is sourced from palm oil imported from the Far East. The Managing Director says the land for the palm oil plantation has already been identified.
There is definitely an interest with Sterling Products and an overseas partner. It's a European conglomerate. As far as I know right now, all the documentation is with the GoInvest organization, looking at issuing some kind of a MOU to get this project going.
Mr. Ali says the goal is to meet production levels of over 20 metric tons with the excess for the export market.
Initially, we're looking at producing somewhere between 15 to 20,000 metric tons of oil per year. We at Sterling Products, we need about 3,500, and basically within the other Caribbean countries, that figure would be able to satisfy. It makes a lot of sense in terms of the shipping costs from the Far East to produce oil here locally.
Sterling Products Limited only recently was awarded by the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association for the company's successful export movement in the Caribbean market.